We have Coach Owen Da Gama here, and we are privileged, Coach, for you to give us our time. We'll catch up with the mics, but it's going to compromise recorders' leadership. Kindly move fast to fix. We'll try to ask Coach to raise the voice a little bit. Members, please also, when you ask the questions, raise the voice a little bit until we fix technology. Coach, you came to FNB, and I'm sure this is not what you planned for your results. Give us your impressions of 90 plus 4 minutes.
Yes, I basically think that... Okay. Yeah, look, the first half, we thought we're still in there. You know, there's one or two incidents where we could have broken and maybe created or scored a goal there. But unfortunately, it never occurred. And against teams like Chiefs, when you get an opportunity, you must really take it. But let's be fair and honest. Chiefs were the better team today. They attacked more, and they deserved the win. That's how football works. As you know, we're babies in this league, and we since I've come in, we've been trying to fix here, fix there. So it's a process. Sometimes we get it right, sometimes we don't get it right. We've had some very, very good performances, but I believe this was not a very good performance from us. We gave the ball away unnecessary. The balls from we didn't defend very, very well today. But in saying that, there's no excuses, although Dapo was our man of the match against SuperSport, and unfortunately he couldn't make it today, and he's very important organizing the defense, and unfortunately he's injured and he couldn't be there, so we had to make another plan, and it didn't work as well as we had planned. On the day, you never know which player is going to do what, so we gave it our best shot. We knew we're up against a wounded team. Chiefs are a very good team. They gave a very good performance against Sundowns, and we tried to plan as best as possible. But all we can say is congratulations to Chiefs. You won the game.
Thank you, Coach. Members of the media, it's your turn. Please, your name of your publication, and the question. It's becoming the shortest press conference we've ever had. The coach summarized everything. I see someone say, wait.
Good evening, Coach.
Just go, Peter.
Okay, hard luck on the result, Coach.
Sure.
How do you then deal with the mental aspect of the game in a team that has got a trophy in their cabinet, but afterwards everything was just downward spiral? Yes, the pickup here and there, but the mental part of the game seems to be the one that you probably should be struggling with quite a bit with the players. How do you keep them motivated even after all the glory days that they came into in the league?
Yeah, no, that's a very, very pertinent question. Very, very, very big question. It's always difficult for a small team. I think even Baroka won a cup and then they got relegated after that. So it's very, very difficult. It's like an anticlimax. It's like you win something and then suddenly everything else doesn't look as important and as big as a cup final. The same thing happened with Silver Stars when we went to the Coca-Cola Cup final with Chiefs. And for about 2 months, we couldn't win a game. So it's really, really a very, very difficult task, especially with inexperienced players. You must know 90% of this team is players that come from the NFD and even from the ABC Motsepe. So to get that mental thing right, it's all about experience and growth. So, you know, it is...
Coach.
No
Gentlemen.
problem.
Guys, don't mess up with our audio.
No, I disconnected the sound. Still on.
Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on. Kindly, hold on. Technicians, kindly speed up fixing. Don't switch on if you are not sure. Apologies, Coach, if you may proceed.
Yeah, so it's a very, very difficult task, especially with the inexperience. The experienced players know how to bridge, how to go over a loss, and how to bounce back. But with the younger players, it takes a little bit of time, and just to get them going. We pull out all stops. Even the chairman comes and addresses the players just to motivate them. So we're thankful for that. But it's all about the combined efforts of everybody trying to lift their spirits and tell them that this is their bread and butter. If we do well, some players might get new contracts for next season. So you try to motivate them and to make them understand that it's important for them to be in the league and to forget about the past. It's not going to help you anything. What's going to help you is to get the results moving forward.
Next question.
Coach Lorenzo Mituskitans, you always knew it was going to be a relegation scrap when you came here.
Yeah.
But how does this Royal AM soccer really affect you, your planning, the psyche of the players? Because you don't know what's going on. I mean, they played 11 games,
Yeah.
10 games less than you guys.
Yeah.
So does that factor into maybe instability in the way that you guys are playing?
I think, to be honest, in the back of your mind, there's always that thing of the Royal AM thing. But what we're looking at now is that we are bottom of the log. That's how we see it. We take it from that perspective that we are bottom of the log and we need to get out there. We need to move out of that position. What's fortunate is that we've closed the margin a little bit. So there isn't 2-3 points, 2 wins could make a very big difference there, the bottom. And we're also not interested in what Richards Bay is doing, Marumo Gallants. We don't focus on them. We just take each game as a cup final and we focus on our game. So I think that helps us to be more focused on what we want to do. So we don't even look at the results of the other teams. At the end of the day, we're just looking at where we are and where we'd like to be.
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
The games are getting less and less and less, and the
Yeah.
pressure is mounting on the players as well.
Yeah.
How do you now keep these players motivated? What exactly is it that you say to them to keep fighting for the badge, fighting for the future of the club and of course themselves?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is just to go back, watch the game, and try and fix up the problems so that they can learn. And they know that 2-3 results will make us turn the corner. We have been doing very well at home, not traveling very well. So we've got 3 home games now in a row. So I think that's a good motivation for them, knowing that we're at least trying to win games. Not trying, we're winning games at home. I think that's the motivation now, that we've got 3 games at home. Let's try and push it as hard as we can. And they know that one game makes a difference. Every game makes a big difference in the league. So we're very fortunate now that we can go back, look at the game, try and fix up the mistakes, and move forward. And hopefully some of our injured players will be back. Lihlohonolo Mokone, who's been ever present in the team, hopefully he'll be back. Strong possibility. Dapo will be back. So we're still waiting to hear on Sibanyoni with his injury. So, the game's coming quick and fast. It doesn't help us when you get injuries, because we don't have the readiness in depth. We don't have a player that can just come. We've got players that can play, but then readiness, it's a little bit of a problem. So, hopefully when they come back, we've got a week now till next week, Tuesday. Hopefully that will give us breathing space, because the games have been coming fast and furious. And it doesn't give you time to recover, not to recover, for the players who are injured to recover. But if a player is out for 2 weeks, he's missed 4 games, so it doesn't make it easy for us in that respect.
We'll ask for 2 last questions while Java is helping with the next coach.
Coach, with the June window coming up, is it some sort of a conversation you're having with the chairman in terms of the reinforcements, knowing that, like you said, the matches are coming thick and fast, and anything can happen after as the second part of the league is happening?
Yeah.
Where is your conversation when it comes to the reinforcements?
Yeah, something very strange. I had a chat with him yesterday with regards to a player that I saw, and he's promised to take that to another level. So there is hope. It shows that we are preparing. They say expect the best but prepare for the worst. So we are right in the middle there, and we definitely, to be honest with you, we're not thinking of relegation. We're very positive. And I think that is good within the team, that we are positive about what we are doing, and we are working tirelessly hard. So yes, I have been, when I have the chance, I have been watching some games, and I've seen some exciting players. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring them in now during the window period, but it's one thing that also counted against us, and that, you know, teams that have been 5, 10, 20 years in the league, they've been fixing up. You know, every season they reinforce, they strengthen. And unfortunately, this is the first season, and it's always a tough season. As you rightfully said, even winning the cup has made it even more difficult because of the mindset of the younger players.
Let's go for it.
Hard luck on the result, coach.
Okay.
You were coaching, I think, in the ABC.
Yeah.
And we've seen some teams, especially teams that were in the National Cup, that were trying or showing that the gap is not that big.
Yeah.
What can you say about that division? And also, since the last time you were in this division, what have you found to be different in this coaching space?
Yeah, the reason why I went to Vondwe Bullets was, number one, also to see players. And I can tell you there's a lot of quality players in the ABC Motsepe League. There's a lot of good players. And that afforded me not only to help the team, we went to the number one on the log, to push them up there, but also to see some quality players. So yes, it was a blessing in disguise. And there, it's not about managing. There you have to coach. You have to coach there. And I think that has helped me, because sometimes you need to take 2 steps back in order to go a little bit forward sometimes. So that enabled me to go back and pull from very deep some of the coaching things. Yeah, it's more, you manage more. So I think that's the major difference. The conditions are not very good. The playing fields, some of the playing fields are not very good. Some of the officiating is not good, because a lot of the guys are still learning, so they make mistakes. So yes, it was a hard 4 months for me there, but it just brought me down to earth and made me realize that you've got to work hard in this game, and you've got to coach hard. So I think that has helped me. It has refreshed my hunger and my spirit in the game.
Sorry, Ravi.
Yeah, go for it.
The question was, what is different about the space now? The coaching in the top flight.
I think obviously the quality of the players. There are a lot of quality players in the Premier League. A lot of good coaches, top coaches in the league. So I think from a tactical perspective, it's quite hard. I mean, we had to pull out all stops against SuperSport. You know, Gavin is a top coach. So the tactical approach, we have to do a lot of research. We have to do a lot of watching their games. We watched their last 5 matches just to understand exactly where they are. So you have to work very hard, and you have to research, and you have to understand what their game plan is. So it's a little bit, it's easier in that way, because you've got access to material. But in the ABC, there's no there's no footage, there's no access, very little access, and the players are mostly unknown. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to plan there. But whereas here, you have to plan harder, but there is access to information.